We found some of the best creative laptops that you can get right now on a budget. Finding a great laptop for creative work at an affordable price can be a challenge. With so many options, specs, and configurations out there, it can be easy to get overwhelmed. But don't worry, I've done the research and found the best budget-friendly creative laptops that deliver excellent performance for tasks like graphic design, video editing, and digital art. Just keep in mind that you'll want to consider what you need yours for specifically. For example, if you need color accuracy, you'll want one with 100% sRGB, and for more demanding work, you'll need a decent amount of RAM and a reliable GPU, but I'll do my best to mention these in the list. We've made this laptop finder quiz so you can easily get a personalized laptop recommendation simply by answering a few quick questions. It's available on our link in the description, and it's free so you don't lose anything by giving it a try. So let's jump straight into it and start with our first pick, Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3. I've reviewed this one on my channel a few times now, and I still think it's an awesome choice for the price. It's a great multi-purpose laptop that's really intended as a budget gaming laptop, but it's also a really great choice for creative work too, due to its hardware. This one is equipped with the Ryzen 5 5600H processor and RTX 3050 Ti graphics card. It's not going to be able to handle gaming in super high settings, and the 3000 series cards are getting old now, especially with the 5000 series out, but it's still enough to handle demanding creative software like Adobe Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and other video editing apps. However, if you're editing quality-rich content like 4K at 60 frames per second, especially when using software like DaVinci Resolve, you better see our other options that we mention later in the list. But still, it does have a 120Hz Full HD display with vibrant colors that make it a good option for video editing and design work. It has around 300 nits in brightness, which is about average, and I think the color accuracy isn't great. Unless you do go for the 165Hz refresh rate, then it will be 100% sRGB, but at that rate it does change the price bracket, so you might as well go for something a little bit more expensive. The base model comes with 8GB of RAM and 512GB SSD, which is suitable for lighter creative tasks that for those who need more efficiency should consider upgrading to 16 or even 32GB of RAM to allow for a smoother multitasking and improved performance in creative applications. You will forget a nice range of ports including 2 USB-A ports, USB-C, Ethernet and HDMI, which are less common these days. But as with any gaming laptop, the battery isn't going to be amazing. Having said that, the IdeaPad Gaming 3 delivers around 8 hours with moderate usage. However, those engaging in intensive creative tasks may find that their battery drains much more quickly, and it also can get noisy too. You could also go for the higher spec model of this laptop for a stronger setup, but then at that rate you're moving towards the mid-range gaming laptops, and I'd probably prefer to go for something like the Lenovo LOQ for better build quality, AI features and the cooling system. The LOQ even has 100% sRGB, so when it comes to display performance, this one surpasses the Gaming 3. Now, if you don't care too much about gaming and would prefer to balance creative work, portability, and everyday tasks, the Acer SwiftGo and SwiftX have some really good options. The SwiftGo is the cheaper of the two, and this one comes with a stunning 14-inch OLED display with a resolution of 2800 by 1800. It also has AI features to help it be more efficient, and the touch screen really does help with that functionality too. But it's not going to be great when working with more demanding tasks. If your budget allows it, the Acer SwiftX gives you the RTX 3050 GPU with an IPS Full HD display that puts out about 100% sRGB, so not quite the OLED, but this one has been made specifically for creative tasks in mind, and with the added graphics, it really does help boost its performance. For something much cheaper, the Dell Inspiron 14 is in a similar category to being a lightweight, portable, and color-rich, especially when you go for the QHD Plus display model variant. But keep in mind that the Dell laptop specifically really is made for portability, so when it comes to actual ports, they are very limited. And while it's great for tasks like doing creative work that require color accuracy, this one is going to struggle with video editing software, especially with higher quality video files. But if budget, portability, and light design work with web tools is a priority, this one is a decent option. If you need something for applications like video editing apps such as DaVinci Resolve, Premiere Pro, and so on, the Acer Nitro 5 really is a fantastic option. This is another one that I've mentioned before on my channel, and I still think it's an awesome choice. It balances budget, performance, and practicality really well. This is another one that primarily is marketed for a gaming PC, but its specs make it really good for creative professionals too, especially the ones that need more power for intensive applications. The combination of the Intel Core i5 or i7 processor and the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU ensures that it can handle creative software like Adobe Photoshop, After Effects, DaVinci Resolve, and even 3D rendering applications. It's a more standard screen size at about 15.6 inches, and it gives you a full HD IPS display. This one has the Intel Core i5 13420H processor and the RTX 4050 GPU. The 4050 is the entry-level graphics to the 4000 series, but it's still better than the previous 3050 GPU reviewed in a Lenovo Gaming 3 due to being newer. The standout feature of this laptop has to be the 144Hz refresh rate, so you'll love this one especially if you like gaming, as you'll experience much smoother playback. This laptop also has a great range of ports too, only one USB-C, but it does have HDMI and the Ethernet port. I'll link to two models below. One of them has 8GB of RAM and the other one has 16GB device. I'd recommend going for the 16GB device as most applications and gaming titles are now recommending 16GB device as a minimum. Especially if your budget allows it, I would go for that one. They do come with 512 SSD, which isn't much, but you can always get an external hard drive for creative work. That's what I use. However, you could upgrade components if you need more internal space. It has a dual fan cooling system for Brado cooling that, as with any gaming-centered laptop, battery life isn't going to be amazing. In ideal conditions, it can get around 4 to 5 hours. So if portability is a priority, this could be an issue. On the other hand, the HP Victus 15 is another solid option for creative performance, especially on a budget. This one has the 3050 GPU as well, combined with the i5 12000 4050H processor. But what stands out about this laptop is it's packing a 32GB of RAM with 1TB SSD, giving you enough internal memory. This one also gives you a 144Hz refresh rate for gaming, so excellent if you want a mix of a gaming laptop and one for creative work. But in terms of display accuracy, this one isn't the best. The screen has been noted to cover approximately 64% of sRGB color gamut, so if you need to be more color accurate, you'd really require something like 100%. While it's good for power, and it's definitely a very good entry-level gaming laptop, it's not the best laptop for display performance. For good color accuracy, the Asus TUF Gaming A15 laptop has 100% sRGB, and it also has the RTX 4050 GPU combined with the AMD Ryzen 7 7435HS processor and 16GB of RAM. This is the better option for creative work in my opinion. However, this one is more costly. At the moment, it does fit in the budget. I don't know how long it can be on this list. This one really does deliver excellent performance for the price though. It also has a 144Hz refresh rate like the Nitro 5, and the processor puts out 4.5 GHz with the Ryzen 7. However, don't expect this to be lightweight. It does weigh close to 5 pounds, and the battery life isn't great either. You also might want to keep hold of the warranty, as a few problems have been reported with it shutting down unexpectedly. But if that doesn't put you off, this is definitely one of the best on the list, despite it being a little pricier, especially if you want yours for a mix of gaming and graphic design work. If you're still undecided, make sure to try our laptop finder quiz in the link in the description below to get a personalized laptop recommendation. Now, If you want to check out more laptops that can handle both creative work and gaming, check out our next video here.